Imagine this, North Korean leader Kim Jong Un sitting in the Gocheok Dome in Seoul, watching a K-pop concert, or walking through a Samsung Electronics semiconductor plant guided by Chairman Lee Jae-yong. This incredible scene is not someone's delusion. It is a historical event that almost happened in December 2018. According to the Panmunjom Project, a memoir by Representative Yoon Kun-young, who was the head of the Situation Room at the Blue House at the time, the South Korean government had finished all preparations, from booking hotels to checking specific routes for Kim Jong Un's return visit to Seoul. We were literally one day away from the official announcement. However, on that historic day, an urgent notification from Pyongyang cancelled everything. So what exactly happened behind the scenes? The planned itinerary was beyond imagination. The first course was the KTX, Korea's bullet train. Instead of flying from Pyongyang, Kim Jong Un had expressed a desire to ride the South's high-speed train, so a scenario was prepared to whisk him away to Seoul on the rails. Even more surprising was the plan to visit the Samsung Electronics Pyeongtaek campus. The idea was to show off South Korea's economic power by displaying the world's best semiconductor factory and letting him experience the pinnacle of capitalism firsthand. The highlight was the evening schedule. And since outdoor events were impossible due to the cold winter weather, the government rented out the Gocheok Dome, the only domed stadium in Korea. A massive welcome concert with tens of thousands of Seoul citizens was planned here. Who knows, maybe BTS would have stood on that stage. Finally, a farewell dinner at Namsan Tower overlooking the night view of Seoul was also part of this meticulously calculated real scenario. Executing this plan was like mission impossible. The biggest hurdle was securing accommodation. It was December, the peak holiday season, and luxury hotels in downtown Seoul were already fully booked. However, for security reasons, we had to empty an entire hotel. Hundreds of North Korean security guards and entourages had to be accommodated, and risks of wiretapping or sniping had to be completely eliminated. In the end, the working level staff searched every luxury hotel in Seoul, secured one, and prepared an unprecedented operation to empty the entire building by moving existing guests to other locations. So why was this perfect plan scrapped just one day before the announcement? Was it political reasons or US opposition? No. What North Korea feared most was neither nuclear weapons nor missiles, but drones. At the time of the push for the visit, an incident occurred where Venezuelan President Maduro was attacked by a suicide drone during a speech. The North Korean Guard Command panicked upon hearing this news. North Korean officials persistently asked our side, "Can you 100% control the countless drones flying in the Seoul sky?" Their stance was, if there is even 0.001% risk to our chairman, we absolutely cannot send him. In the end, the North Korean Military and Security Department lay down on the job, saying they would risk their positions to stop it, and Kim Jong Un could not overcome his staff's desperate opposition. The visit of the century cancelled because of a single drone. If Kim Jong Un had stood at Gocheok Dome that day, seen Korea's development with his own eyes, and heard the cheers of Seoul citizens, what would the Korean peninsula look like now? Wouldn't it be a little better than the current situation where we are growling at each other? History has no ifs, but it certainly makes you wonder. This has been the secret file of Kim Jong-un's Seoul visit, buried in history. This is Two Koreas,